Greetings and salutations. This is Pandora the Eclectic, motherfuckers. And I have a few things to say. First, check out my links below. See what I got going on. But, as you do that, please read this blog post that I found by a certain Christian blog writer, I guess, what you want to call him. I swear. Too many stupid people for goddamn religion, and this is what we get. Let's start off with basically the name of the person who wrote this post goes by the name of Chastity Chase to the Glory of God. And which in this blog post he just talks about how, chastity belts make you I guess help teenagers avoid having sex too early, as if they were going to do it anyways. It's basically titled, Should Parents Force or Encourage a Teen to Wear a Chastity Belt? Okay. It was written in the 4th of November 2011 by Chase to the Glory of God. But anyways, it starts off saying, I think that in our society, parents don't make a good use of the respect their teens have for them, even though they don't always show it. The use of chastity belts is also not about control, because parents are at this time in their children's lives losing their control of what they do anyway. Yeah, that's okay, we'll start off with the first paragraph here. Okay, yeah, as parents, you are losing control of your children. And you lose control of your children because they're growing up and becoming adults and making decisions all on their own that they're going to have to make when they're adults anyways. But, however, your answer, which is going to be said in the next paragraph, is, but their children still, if they can, look to their parents for examples of how to, it says how do live, but it should be how to live. Also, in Christian circles, parents do encourage / force their children to do many things. Attend church, follow guidelines for interaction with the opposite sex, have curfews, prescribe how they relate to the rest of their family, etc. So, parents do force their teens to do some things. Though, it probably can't exactly be called forcing. Yeah, I believe it's called looking out for their well-being. Well, all a chastity belt's gonna do is tell them, little Billy, your sexual urges are evil and demonic and wrong. Or, Sally, that's not very ladylike. Hate to think of a boy in that manner. You wouldn't want to upset God now, would you? It carries on to say, today some parents do actively encourage their kids to save their virginity. Yeah, even worse. They tell them to save their virginity. Yeah, through abstinence, which we've learned, or I understand it, abstinence classes in this country, that do jack shit nothing, but tell those kids that your sexual urges are bad, and if you do it, you're gonna go to hell. Yeah, nice. Anyways, carry on. That can be so hard sometimes in our culture. I don't think parents quite understand that, especially when they're teens, when they were teens back in the dark ages, probably before the 90s. Okay, I hate this that sentence because it's like, you don't even, I don't, anyways. So once their kids have committed to saving themselves for marriage, parents ought to help them accomplish it. Yes, I do actually agree. Parents should encourage their children to save themselves for marriage. At least, or if anything, tell them about how it might be beneficial for you to wait until you're older, or until you moved out, or until you at least have a job, can afford a condom, all that stuff, and at least a decent one anyway. Or yeah, even that. Buy them a condom. Heck, there are even people who say just give them an IUD. Just shut the fuck up and give them an IUD. They're gonna do it anyways. And it's not because they're stupid little whores or anything. They're not bad people for wanting to have sex. That's okay. And I know this is kind of coming to sound like you're slut-shaming people. Well, you know, we make fun of sluts and virgins on both genders. Because why are you waiting? Or why didn't you wait? If you wanted to maintain that. Anyways, that's prowling for another video. Okay. But however, they would never, I don't think, even as a parent, even in the 60s and 70s, would they be okay with saying, nope, you can never have sex ever, little Billy. So we're buying you a chastity belt rather than, hey, because I hate to tell most parents this, you are aware of the fact your kid's going to find that stupid key and open it and then just go and have sex anyways, right? Right? Okay. Anyways. To accomplish this. Is using chastity belts to accomplish this so radical? Yeah, I think so, Alex. Or, the answer is yes. As for 600, Alex. Yes. Some parents, in addition to their kids' virginity, encourage them to save their first kiss. Yes, because a first kiss is going to lead to that. Only. Just a simple kiss on the lips. That's it. See, that's why they're going to do it anyways, because now you just made it more interesting. Many who take it for granted would not say so. Well, I guess I'm one of those people. But in our culture, any kind of restraint is radical. No, because if we did, I wouldn't know what a restraining order is. Yes. And chastity belts are one thing that will work. They will help the son/daughter to do all the things they already desire to do. Okay, yes, because all teenagers in this country, all the way around the world, desire to never have sex, or to have their mother and father affix something to go around their waist that they didn't need to have in the first place. And I'm sure this makes men look wonderful, too, so. Girls and boys, especially at that age. Anyways, okay. How many commit themselves to purity? And one day, everything seems to change. Nothing changed. Mentally, teens' prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain associated with decision making, is not completely formed. Or it's because, which I just did that on impulse. Huh? Maybe because it's also fun and lots of teenagers, having sex, doing drugs, whatever, is fun. They like it, you know. Gives them a nice little high, makes them feel good. As long as there are limits, safe limits, yeah, it shouldn't be that bad. Which is why teens can be impulsive. Chastity belts prevent this from happening. They will save the teen a lot of heartache, and there are really not many downsides. Okay, I'm going to list off the downsides. I believe it makes it almost impossible to move any bowel movements while wearing that belt. Also, I've also heard some people say it makes you sterile. Now, some people don't mind being sterile, but I've heard issues with being sterile. Oh, okay. Also, you are aware another one is, which I think these people probably want their kids not to do, is masturbate. I would rather my children know what sex is, and that way they know, well, maybe I'm not missing out on anything. At least now I know what it's all about, so now it's no longer a big deal. But no. Let's suppress my urges. Let's tell myself that it's a bad, naughty thing to do, and give no clarification to why it's bad. The biggest downside is the cultural attitude. Attitude! Which is already wicked and perverted, and which bashes anyone who practices self-control. No, sweetie. You confuse self-control for internal insanity. Might want to work on the two. Different definitions, I believe. Just so you understand. Because the cops won't care if they catch you. Anyways, as a result, I think that the use of chastity belts will provide teenagers with the ability to save themselves for their future spouse. Something Christian teens have already done, already committed to do. Okay, yeah, Christian teens save themselves. Oh, fuck off. Actually in my school, I can't say I don't support abstinence so much, but even my school talked about sex. They didn't tell us, oh, buy a chastity belt. No. They informed us about the dangers of abortion. They told us that, I did learn about the reproductive system. And, frankly, I see nothing wrong. Heck, I've had my mother, who is Christian herself, she gave me the talk. And how babies come into the world and all that nonsense. Well, these people, I don't know. I don't think, and maybe it's just his personal opinion. That may be all this is, and I'm getting pissed off at him for no reason. And if that's the case, sorry. But come the fuck on if you think Christian teens are not having children. Because I hate to say this, they do teach abstinence classes in those places. Now, like I said, I went to a more progressive school that went, even though my class only had one, I don't take this as, yeah, only one. There was still a daycare center at my school. Yeah, I keep yeah. Now, mind you, it was in the best of neighborhoods, but let's just be fair. Don't matter where it was. Okay? Anyways, I could say to this is, I'm a Christian. I support virginity and celibacy if you want to do it, but I like it if you left out sexual urges being bad, trying to demonize sex in any way, because that's what gets us here, you idiots. That's what we've been trying to do, and guess what? Don't work. Okay? Okay. And, well, that's about it. So, this is Pandora the Eclectic telling you all to keep it frosty and to chase to God, to the glory of God. Have a nice one.